everyone, here we are. We've been talking about getting our base, our legs and feet sturdy and ready to work and giving us our base. We then talked about coming up a little bit higher and talked about the fluidity, the water element, the feeling element. And now we're just going to move up a little bit higher in the scheme of chakras to the yellow chakra. And I know last week I kept saying that the other one was yellow, but sometimes I said it was orange. Well, it's yellow. This is the yellow one. So oh gosh, I've got orange on. Imagine it's yellow. So it's here. And this is the power, the self-will, the control. Problem is, if you are too much in control and these chakras aren't prepared, you can have problems. It'd be excessive. So we've just got to get a balance. But anyway, today we're going to concentrate on the power, the control, the strength, the will, the gut feeling. So be prepared for some high energetic work today. So those that haven't done it for a while as well, John, take care. It'll be a little bit more stronger. So ground your feet to start off with. Sit bones down. Draw in the pelvic floor. Draw down the ribs. Draw down the shoulders. And lift up your energy. So base down, but up your energy right to the crown of the head. And then soften your shoulders. Now relax your face. Allow your face to relax. And again, shoulders melt down. Melt. Lift at the same time. So it's a good way of thinking of sort of drawing up the energy up and then taking over the crown of the head and softening as you go down. So it is a control thing. So it's sort of lifting and then softening into your practice. So just feel your feet. Move your hips and bottom. Move a little bit higher so your ribs are moving. Get your shoulders moving a little bit. Take your head from side to side and nod up and down. So the body is coming alive. Again, feet. Just move your feet a little bit. Let's do a little bit of a jog. And then take your heels down. Lift your toes. And then lift your heels. So we're going to rock. Lift toes. Lift heels. Lift toes. Lift heels. Lift toes. Lift heels, and then go on the outside of the feet, on the inside. So you're rolling from side to side here. Inside. Hold on to your chair if you need. And out, in and out. Okay. Feet together. Lift the toe up. Put it down. So you're going to lift and down. So lift and down. And lift and down. And lift and down. And lift and down. Now brush one foot along the ground. Lift your toes. Draw the foot down and drag it back. Change size. Push. So it's a little pushing, pulling action. And drag. So you push along the ground. Lift your toes. Draw back. Push. Draw back. So you're bringing your legs to life now. And back. And push. And back. So sitting down, wiggle. And now let's do some circles with the bottom on the chair. And then back the other way. I think someone's not unmuted. So if you see on the screen, it says that, mute yourself. And now I want you to do figure of eights on the lower half. Right on the bottom, and then figure of eight the other way. Okay. So coming up to here, I just want you to rock backwards and forwards, and then circle a little bit higher. So it's just below the table is doing the circling now. I'm putting my finger there just to remind me, and then back the other way. Okay. and then come back to the center, realign. So we've just reminded ourselves of the base chakra just below the navel, and we're going to come up to here now. So just put your hands there. I want you to breathe in from the feet, bring it up to the ribs, and then as you breathe out, contract the ribs underneath the navel, all the way down, and then up again. Close your eyes. So we're just rising the energy, and back down, and up, and down, and up, and down. Another way of doing this is to take the hands down, draw the energy physically, just like you're drawing it up right to here, and then you're taking it down to the bottom. So drawing up, feel energy rising, and then down, and up, and down, and up, and down. Then come back up. Interlock your thumbs, point your fingers, draw the hands to here. Okay? So this is the mudra, the hand gesture, to connect us with Manipura, which is the yellow chakra just above the navel. So I want you to breathe into here. Release what you don't want. Draw in. So you're taking what you need. This chakra is the acknowledgement of what we need personally. Willpower, strength, releasing what we don't need, drawing in, release. Last one, drawing in. And then release, hands down. Put your hands onto the chair. And I want us to think of our rib cage shifting. So we're keeping this base, feet, hips as still as we can, and we're shifting the rib cage now. We're shifting. It's a weird feeling. It's not something that we tend to do in daily lives. Shift. This is okay if it's okay for your back. Don't take it too far if it's not. Okay? And now bring your rib cage forwards. Take it back. So the movement's coming from the rib cage. In fact, some of you want to hold onto the chair. Some of you might actually want to put your hands where you want the movement to happen. We're all different learners. Some of us learn by looking, some by touch, some by instruction. So the choice is yours. Okay, I'm going to hold on to the chair now. I'm going to go forwards, ribs to the side, to the back, to the side. I know that the hips join in a little bit. They have to. But the emphasis is for now on the rib cage. And you'll feel it stay, I promise you. And let's take the circles of the rib cage back. Manipura, the energy chakra, the power chakra. In some ways, control or self-discipline or willpower. And then come back to the center, checking with your feet, sits bones, lifting up. So what we're going to do now is we're going to shift the rib cage, the shoulder, the arm and the hand. So it's a little bit of an imbalance, so maybe you need to hold on. Return. So it's rib cage, shoulder, elbow, hand. Return. Shift. Return. Shift. Return. Shift. Return. Shift. It doesn't look beautiful. It's progressive, yeah? So it's rib cage, shoulder, elbow and hand. Okay, some of us might want to do it this way now. Some of us might not. So we're just going to go 1, 2. Back to the center. And I'm feeling we need to get our spine open a little bit now. So we know the cat stretch very well. What we're going to do is we're going to draw in. So we tilt the pelvis, draw in the chakra below the navel. Then we're going to go in and reach. And this time, instead of coming from the bottom chakra, we're going to come from the top one. As we come up, we're going to lift the Manipura, Satitana, all the way down to Muladhara. So instead of coming, normally we go down and we come from the bottom up, but we're going to reverse. You might get confused. I might get confused. So take a deep breath in to prepare. So I'll call them lower, middle, upper. Yeah. So lower, middle, upper, return, upper, middle, lower. With the breath. Return from the top chakra. It's a different way of thinking. It's sometimes good to break patterns, although it is sometimes difficult to think how to do it. So it's lower, middle, upper, upper, middle, lower. Some of us might be brave enough to take our hands away. So breathe in to prepare. Let's open our hands if you're there. It helps. Lower, middle, upper. Upper, middle, lower. 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 Hands down. Think of this chakra as the sunshine, the drawing of energy. Okay. So we're going to lean forwards and take our hands forwards. No, I'm not doing it that way. Sorry, let's start again. We're going to lean forwards. We're going to take aeroplane hands back, and then we're going to come up. So with the breath, we go. And I'm going to stop you there. Some of you, I know, would like to do it standing up. So only those that want to stand up, we're going to do the same, but it's going. Okay, so the choice is yours. So stand or sit. I'm going to demonstrate the sit. So ready? Here we go. Ready and. Okay, and stop. Who is unmuted? Christine, could you mute yourself, please? Yeah, I can hear your breath. If you can't, doesn't matter, but just don't make loud breaths. Don't worry, Christine, if you can't, if you don't know how to. But just to say we can hear your breath. Okay, so the next one, legs wide apart, interlock your fingers, a bit more powerhouse stuff. We're going to lift up, and we're going to walk. It's not a yoga term, but I've always known the name of this as a woodcutter's exercise. So we're going to breathe in here, and we're going to go. And stop. Some of you are going to stand up to do that. So chair goes away. I'm just going to demonstrate. I'll just do it twice. So standing up, grounding feet, tailbone down, lifting up. And you are physically imagining you're chopping the wood. You're going to go. Okay, so I'm going to sit down and do that chair yoga, but some of you want to stand. I'm going to be doing it from here. And I'm going to do 10. So ready to prepare. Some of you already started. Go. And then bring hands down. Do you feel the agni, the fire? Do you feel it ignited? I hope so. and we're going to stir it up. So some of you might want to remain standing. We're going to do this exercise. Some of you will remain in your chair. So we're going to go forwards. We're going to 10 each way, just stirring up the fire. Other way. Some of you will be doing half time, so you'll only do 5. I'm doing 10, but you might want to do it slowly. Everybody sit back on your chair. Okay, bring your hands high up underneath your chest, above your navel, zipper point, and we're going to do contractions. We're going to do contractions in several places, like we often do, power, energy. Then we're going to do some balancing things. Ooh. It might be balancing sitting on the chair. It might be balancing not sitting on the chair. Hands here. We'll do 10 of each. Breathe in to prepare. Go. Then I just want you to circle down to the left, up to the right. Yeah. Left, right. 10 times. 3, 4. Stirring it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. 10. Bring your hands to underneath the navel. This is more where we're used to doing this. We're going to contract here. 10. Go. 1, 2, 3.
I didn't know
4,
I'd got an appointment
5,
at the hospital,
6,
but
7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. For those of you that say, well, that bit moves at the same time, yeah, everything joins in, but it's the emphasis, it's the stimulation, it's where the movement emanates from that we're interested in at the moment. Okay, let's do our legs. Lots of legs.
Okay, at what time and where at the hospital?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sides of legs. Hands here too. Hands are pushing in, legs pushing out. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inside of legs, turn your hands inwards. Not on your knee, not too high up, just on the fleshy part. Hands going in, legs going out. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, yes. Sorry.
And now the silent one with our buttocks tightening and our faces relaxing. Can we do that? Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, feet together. Hands on chair. We're going to draw up from the pelvic floor. Draw the ribs down and lift from here. And we're going to lift one leg and then the other. And we're not going to wobble. We're going to just lift,
it's too early.
lift. Keep going. Lift, lift,
okay, that's
lift, 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 lift.
Okay, thank you very much.
Lift and rest. Okay, next one goes lift. Push your heel to me. Lift and down. Lift, push, lift and down. Some of you might be standing to do this. So I'm going to do the demonstration with standing. So, and only do it if you feel you're ready for it. Drop your tailbone if you're there. So we're going to lift, push, lift, down. Same leg. Oh, actually, no, we do the opposite leg. Sorry. 2, 3, 4. And if you're in your chair, you're doing the same. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what I'm saying with people is 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep this bit without wobbling. 4 more goes. It's difficult, lift, push, lift, replace, lift, push, lift. I will do it. I'm determined. I'm not going to wiggle. I'm going to replace, lift, push, and back down. Well done. You're going to feel it today. Okay. I'm conscious we need to do a little bit of stretching as well. So, everyone's sitting. I want to bring one hand, floppy hand, over your head. And I want you to lift, draw ribs down, draw pelvic floor up. Concertina this. Hold on to the chair. We're going to breathe out. And we're going to draw it all in to come up. And again. And in. Keep the bottom stable. Do not lift the hips. Do not lift the buttocks. And up. One more. And up. Take the hand down. Other hand. Floppy hand. Now, which way did I go? I went that way, didn't I? So I'm going to go this way. And up. 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 First hand. Now we're going to go over. We're going to point the elbow towards the camera, point it to the other side, and lift it up. We're going to do 4 circles. Shh.
Starting to make appointments to see people and interview people and, find
Other hand.
spark space opening up and trying to figure out who to talk to, all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, exactly. I guess that's what you're doing, but if there's room for...
And then bring the hand down. You may feel giddy. Let's realign. Plant those feet down. Lifting up. Dropping the shoulders. Resting the breath. Just breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in.
I'm in front of a computer and I'm just looking at what organisation she's now with.
In.
She's down at the station.
Just a gentle up.
Okay.
Nice and soft. Look down. Move your fingers maybe. Soften a little bit. We're just resting between the power. Realising we do need to soften to it. Sometimes we need to rest a little bit. Up. And down. Last one.
Okay.
Bring one hand on top of the other so they're facing. Change. 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 And then we twist to the hand, to the top hand. We replace the other one on top and we twist the other way. So we're just doing some nice gentle swerves and you'll feel your ribs moving. You'll feel them moving. So it's like we've captured this energy and we are using it.
Okay, great. Yeah.
Okay, back to centre. Need to do maybe a little stronger twist now. Cross hand over, other hand behind. Ground the feet, draw in the pelvic floor, draw the ribs down, lifting, and then using your hands to twist, looking behind, making both buttocks on the chair. Do not hitch your hips or your buttocks. Breathe in again. Please breathe out, return. Other side, cross, back, lifting up. Using hands as a lever, twisting.
Why don't we say around 10 o'clock then? Okay, great.
Breathing in again. Breathing out, return.
Okay, great, Andy.
Same again, unless you want to extend. So if you do, you still cross, you go down. Other people are not going down because the reason's known to them. Elbow lifting up. Maybe you can lift your arm, it's okay. If you do that, take your chest, your rib cage through, look to your top hand. Some of you might even be able to let go of the bottom hand. Replace it down. Hand down. Oh, that leg. Remembering some of you are not going down, you're just doing it this way. So some of us go all the way down, some of us stay on the knee, lifting your body, like you're drawing a bow and arrow, you're drawing it up. You're taking your chest, ribs through. You might be able to lift your hands, just might just be your elbow, depends on your mobility in your shoulders. Some of you might even take the bottom hand. Oh, you're really feeling a twist there. Everybody recover down. Return. Let's just take a few soft. Remembering chest goes first this time, so it's lower, middle, upper. Upper, middle, lower. Then take your head, your chin to the ceiling as well, maybe. And maybe some of you might want to take your hands higher as well if you're feeling victorious. Your energy is drawing in and you're saying, here I am. Last one. Come back. Return. Check in with yourself. Shoulders down. Unclench your buttocks. Unclench your teeth. Soften your facial features. Close your eyes. Check in with your breath. Imagine the breath coming up from your feet, right to your rib cage, and then releasing down. Open your eyes, close and open your hands, and rotate the wrists. One way, and the other way. One hand top, one hand bottom, change. Keep changing. This is something for the brain. Okay. One hand up, light bulb. Other hand, light bulb. Now, I don't know if I can do this. I'm going to try. This hand does light bulb and this one goes up and down. I can't do it. Change sides. Light bulb and up and down. Well, if you can do it, you're better than me. Because I can't. You want to do the other thing. You want the other hand to do the up and down, don't you? Or you want them both to do the same thing. Let's just try again. Light bulb, one hand, other hand up and down. Change sides. Light bulb, up and down. Okay. I can't hear anybody else laughing because I can only hear myself. Hands down. Excuse me, let me cross that thing. Okay. Apart from anyone that's not muted, I think it's just Christy. You can make a sound with this. We can close our hands. We're going to open them wide. We stick our tongue out, and we're going to be a powerful lion. It's as long as you're muted. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hands down. Don't know about you, but I feel it in my gut. Okay, we're going to do the powerful warrior, which some of you are familiar with. We start sitting in the chair. Close your hands. Draw bow and arrow. Open out chest. Open out the open arm fingers. Look to the hand. And then you bring them back to the center, clench fists. So you draw, look, clench. And with your breath, you go. Okay. Some of you are going to carry on doing this in the chair. Some of you are going to band, and you're going to stand with your feet wide apart, soften your knees, drop your tailbone, hands here. So all together now, whether you're on your chair or standing, ready. Four more. And back. Everybody, if it's okay for you, stand behind the chair now. Feet together. Drop your tailbone. Lift up the front. Place your hands on the top. Don't clench them. Just place your hands on the top. Soften your knees. Lift your heels, knees together. Roll over your feet. Heels down. Soften. Roll. Back and down. So you really are grounding the feet. You're feeling every part of your foot. Bits that you might not want to feel. And reverse now. Go up on your toes. Bend your knees over your toes. Put your heels down. Straighten up. Almost straighten up here. So you're going up on your toes. Soften your knees. Draw your knees together. Heels go down. And up. And knees. Heels. Just come to standing. Bend one toe. Lift the knee up. This is a balance challenge. You may just want to stand with your hands on the chair. Some of you might want to put your hands on your hips. And we're staying there because we're powerful. We're in control. Wobble, 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 you'll feel. If you come out of the wobble, bring your knee back up. Everybody put your hands back, foot down. Without shifting your hips, ground the opposite foot, other one bend, lifting it up. Either holding onto the chair, which is absolutely fine. Some of you might want to hold your hands on your hips. And yes, you'll have wobbles, that's okay. Some days you're more wobbly than others. Bring your hands back, foot down. Take the first leg backwards. You can stick your bum out, okay? You're softening the front leg. Your bottom is stuck out, that's fine. You're looking down. And then I want you to imagine someone's got hold of your tailbone and they're drawing it down to the ground as you shift your hips forwards. Draw in the pelvic floor. Lift up the rib cage. Look ahead of you. Draw your shoulder blades back. Soften that front knee more. And you'll feel it in your strong back leg. You really will feel it as we're doing it slowly. Then shift your weight backwards. Look to the chair. Hips square with shoulders and with chair. So we're all square. Draw those rib cages down. And we're sinking into that back leg. And then we're bending both knees. We're taking our tailbone forwards, rolling up our body, soften a bit, replace foot, and think, whoop, do the same to the other side. Soften both knees. Take the other leg to the back. You're sticking your bottom out. Then you're drawing the tailbone down. You're drawing up the front body. You're closing in the and then you're going to soften. Backwards. Up. All square. Soften front knee. Curl up body. Little soften. Feet together. Drop your tailbone. Lift up the front. Squeeze the shoulder blades get together. Lift up your rib cage now. Lift up your chest. Chin. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. You're having a nice arch. Lift up. Soften. Walk away from your chair. Your arms are in line with the top of the chair. If your Chair is the right height, otherwise you're still flat. The top bit's flat. So stretching. Someone's grabbing your hips back. Someone's drawing your ribcage down. You're drawing a pelvic floor up. You're extending your crown chakra towards the chair. You're drawing your shoulders backwards. Oh, soften. Walk upwards. Turn to face the camera. Feet together, drop your tailbone, lift up the outside arm, shift your hips to the arm side, square to me, stretch, lift, same to the other side, feet together, drop tailbone, outside arm up, shift hips, stretch, lift, and down. Everybody. And sit back. How many minutes have I got left? Oh, I can't see. 2. Okay. Sit back down. Just shake it out a little bit. Shake. Let your body absorb all this stuff that we've just done. Then let's do a roll. A circle maybe. And that the other way. Roll your shoulders back. Bring your hands to Manipura chakra. Point your fingers. Breathing in. Release what you don't need. Drawing back in. Hands down. Shoulders down. Just breathe in. Absorb. And start. So well done to the newbies or the returnees. And for some of you, there might have been an extra challenge there which you might or might not appreciate. I don't know. I'll see some of you for relaxation in a minute. So wherever you are, allow yourself time. Make sure the mobile phone's off. And if you'd like me, the doorbell's off. And also try and mute yourself, just so we don't hear everybody else's breathing. Yeah, you're back, Annie. You're back, Lorraine. You're back, Jenny. Okay. I can still hear you, Annie. Yeah. Val, you're not muted, but it doesn't matter as long as everything's quiet in your house. So wherever you are, if you're sitting in your chair, if you're lying down, you might have your legs on a sofa, right angles with your knees towards your hips, whatever you feel is right for you today. It's often good to have your legs raised to bring the energy back to your body if you've expelled the energy rather a lot in your week, or it's just drawing it back in. Gravity draws in. So that's a new thought if you choose to do that. So wherever you are, just allow your feet to yield. I relax my feet. My feet are relaxed. I relax my ankles. My ankles are relaxed. I relax my shins and my calves. My shins and my calves, which have worked so hard this morning, let go. I soften the backs and the fronts of my knees. My heavy thigh bones yield. Let go. I unclench my buttocks. I soften my belly. My middle spine relaxes. My rib cage. My upper spine. My chest. My neck relaxes. My throat. I open out my shoulder girdle. I breathe into my shoulder girdle, and I imagine someone has had my hands on my shoulders, gently coercing me to soften. My chest is broad, but soft. I take my attention to my rib cage. I breathe into my rib cage. I lower it. I broaden it. I soften it. I bring my attention to the midline in my pelvic girdle. I breathe into it. I broaden it, softening my buttocks, letting go. The whole of my torso is broad, soft, yielding. I bring my attention back to my shoulders. Soften. My upper arms relax and feel heavy. I soften my elbows inside and out. My lower arms yield. They are relaxed. My wrists relax. My thumbs, first finger, middle finger, fourth finger, little finger, back of hand, palm, both my arms. Breathe in. They might move a little as I relax and breathe out. And then draw my attention to my face. I allow my lips to open a little bit. Unclenching my jaw, my tongue hangs loose. I relax my chin, my lips, my tongue. Just the space between my lips and my nose relaxes. Both sides of my nose relax up to the eyebrow chakra, the eyebrow center. I breathe in there, and as I breathe out, it broadens, relaxing both my eyebrows. My eyes sink into my skull. I relax my cheekbones, earlobes, inside and outside of ears. My attention now is to my forehead. I imagine someone is stroking me, side to side, side to side, comforting. Now I imagine someone is brushing my hair. So I might find there's a little bit of yielding and movement beginning in my body. And then I cease the movement. I take my attention to the sides of my eyes, outside. Breathing in there. As I breathe out, I believe someone is just yielding, helping me yield the temples. Breathe in, and then my temples yield. I bring my attention to my whole body. My whole body breathes in. And as I breathe out, I just completely soften. Let's do this a few times in your own rhythm. Breathing in, filling body with energy. Breathing out, letting it curse around the body. Breathing in when you're ready. And as you breathe out, absorb the practice you've done today. Feel your feet, legs, torso, face, arms, fingers, your whole body absorbing your practice. Now, what is this life blowing in our bodies like fire? What is it? Life's like a hot iron, ready to pour. Choose the mould, and life will burn it. Excuse my pronunciation, but that's from the Mahabharata. From earth to water to fire, our dance grows. Impassioned now, as we reclaim our bodies, reach through emotion and desire to find will, purpose, action. We grow in strength. We feel our power rising from our guts, descending from our visions, releasing joyously from our hearts. We now enter our third chakra, rising up from the combined levels of the first two and embracing the growing consciousness that descends from our upper chakras, the consciousness. So, just beginning to move your little body again, moving what you need to, bringing it to life. And everybody give me a big stretch and a yawn. If it's safe to do so, check out it is. Be aware of where your furniture is, where your chair is, where your body is, in line with all that. And then slowly roll over if you're on the floor, and otherwise just come back to the here and now. Good morning, everybody.